Hello Internet, I am JKCK, and I'm going to run through my Day 2 territory battles on my second account, Darth Balls. Be starting in the light side planet of Bracca in the top left with my Leia team. Gonna go with R2 and Drogan, and then Han and Chewie. Now I run this as a full auto team. I do like to keep an eye on it because every once in a while they will manage to kill off Han or Chewie or something like that. And Leia does have a res mechanic, but if she kills someone with her ultimate, then any fallen rebels will be revived. So it can be nice sometimes to hold off on her special, or on her ultimate like that. Just in case someone dies, it's nice to have that as a ace in the hole to bring your dead. Try and get Crosshair stunned. Okay, so now we kill Crosshair, that should be it. Alright. The next team, I use my Jedi Master Mace squad, which is your Jedi Vanguard. So that's Jedi Master Mace, Jocasta, Depa, Aayla, and TemGd. This is another full auto team. It's a little easier than the last one even because the Depa has a no revive mechanic, so those 5 stacks that most other teams have to kill them 5 times, you only have to kill them once here and they can't revive. Coming back with those stacks is apparently counted in the game as a revive, so I do still like to try and get out the Purge Troopers first because they're bigger damage. Of course, if you get stuck behind a taunt, then you don't have a choice. Second wave, I generally go after Ninth Sister right away, seeing as how she doesn't have any stacks. Of course, if you get stuck behind taunt, oh, how did it dodge? She must have had blind or something on her. Alright. Alright, now we go after the Purge Troopers. Alright, move to the next battle. I like to use my Gungans here. This is another full auto team. I do like to try and target the purge troopers first once we get away from taunt. And if you kill someone with an attack from a Gungan attacker unit, then they stay dead. So so far everyone's died to attackers. Alright, now wave 2, we will try and kill off Second Sister first. Second Sister doesn't have any stacks, so the first time you kill Second Sister off, that will be a permanent death. Yeah, very nice. So that's the last of the ground missions. We'll go to the fleet mission. I have my Profundity on this account, so that's the best option for this mission. You can use HansMF Falcon, Outrider, RebelY Wing, Rogue One, Phantom, Cassian, and then Biggs. Rogue One is the most important thing. You want to go right after Scythe. Do the radar dish. That third ability there. Basic, and just go straight after Scythe. You want to get them out as fast as possible. Definitely don't want them to be able to do formation a second time. Bring in Rogue One. Now we're just going to do a basic here. Another basic. Alright, so once they're dead, things get a lot simpler so long as you still have your ships around. So we're going to go after TIE Advance next. And we'll bring in Phantom. He's got a nice big hit on his third ability, so that's what we'll use. Okay, so he's dead. We'll go after TIE and Interceptor now. That third ability to get closer to ultimate. Alright, so we can do our ultimate. That gets rid of their capital ship. And you can pretty much just put it on auto here and let it finish up. Alright, and then we'll do our special mission. Got to remod Cere for some more armor. See, he's going from 60 to 72. 72 is kind of a sweet spot for the amount of armor you want for this mission. Anything in the 200s for speed is fine. About 80k health is normally pretty nice. And then JKCK, you want him really fast with a bunch of health, so anything over 100k health, 309 speed, that's nice. Alright. So I'm just going to do a basic here, then swap over to the guy on the left and go into defensive mode. Alright, so we did counterattack the probe droid, so he's primed to come and blow up on us, but this is the first wave, and he's a lot weaker, so I'm not too worried about it. So we're going to go into offensive mode here. We got the stun and the slowdown on the probe droid, which is nice. And we'll go back into defensive mode. Gets us up to 30 stacks, so our next attack with JKCK will be an insta-kill. Alright, so now we can do the insta-kill on this trooper on the right and keep whittling down the guy on the left. Get rid of that taunt and do that first ability. I don't really want to do the insta-kill. I'm just going to keep on staying in offensive mode. Okay. So that allows me, you want to end wave 1 in offensive mode, that way you can switch immediately to defensive mode here and get 10 stacks. If you had finished in defensive mode and you went to defensive mode, you'd only get 5 stacks. So you always want to alternate back and forth from one to the other. Get rid of taunt, go into offensive mode. No stun, but we got the slowdown, so that's nice. Go back into defensive mode. Okay, so now we're at 30 stacks, so JKCK's next attack will be an insta-kill. Okay, do this basic, and then we can insta-kill second sister. And then best back into offense mode, that finishes it off. Alright, so we'll swap to the middle planet of Felucia now. And start in the central mission. I'd like to use my Bo-Katan Mandalorians with Paz IG12, Beskar Mando, and then Rey. Okay. And this is another full auto team.
No.
And you can go after the saboteur in the back, but the
No.
guy over here in the pink shirt is going to start taunting, and we'll have to go after him, so.
No. No.
Or he's just going to let you kill his buddies. That's interesting. Ah, there's the taunt. But we had a dispel right up, so get rid of that. And we go after the enforcer. Go after the spy on the left. And we'll finish off the bruiser, and then we'll take care of the leader.
No. 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 No.
Alright, probably want to get rid of the sides first. If you go after Hondo right away, you won't be able to kill him until you get the sides done anyway, so... burning will finish him off. So we'll go after this Enforcer here.
No.
Alright, so then we'll go up to the Spy on the left. Finish the Bruiser off. And now that he's all by himself, we can start picking Hondo apart. We'll move over to the Jabba mission. Jabba, if you have the full Hutt cartel. Boba, Krrsantan, Boushh, and Skiffguard Lando. It's a good time, good place to use them. Makes us a full auto team. I do still like to go after Range Trooper on the left, but to be completely honest, it's a strong enough team with enough resiliency and damage that it doesn't matter whether you do guided targeting or not. You're still going to win. They were already at contract. And even if they did manage to kill off some of your guys, it's Jabba's going to revive any fallen bounty hunters at the end of the wave before the next wave starts, so it would only be a temporary death. I'm going to take it off auto just because I want to make sure he doesn't use his insta-kill, or his, his insta-kill. So I'm just going to finish with some basics. I want to make sure he saves this for the next round. If we're going to go ahead and kill someone, we'll kill off Range Trooper right away. It's not the way I would do it on my main account because I don't have the full Hutt cartel team, but with the full Hutt cartel team, this team is plenty strong enough to just roll right over everyone with all their thermals and Alright, so move down to the bottom left mission here, the Hondo mission. This is where I like to use, since Hondo's already a mercenary, I like to use the rest of my mercenary team. So bring in Baylan, Shin, oMarrok, and Wrecker. Still going to go after Range Trooper first. This is not an auto team. Largely due to the fact that Hondo, given his own way, will use his middle captive ability on whoever you're attacking, and then he'll end up dying. So we're just going to go after the other damage dealer, the Recon Trooper. Yeah, we'll just do a basic from her. Basic from him to get rid of the taunt. Just do a basic here. Still just going to do a basic. Alright, so yeah, we'll go after Imperial Officer next. That's fine. And then we'll go after Stormtrooper Commander. Yeah, I'm just going to do basics with everyone else to get their abilities off cooldown. You can call American with her assist, or with her first, her basic, I mean. Her basic calls someone to assist. Alright, so wave 2, you just want to go all in on Grand Moff Tarkin. This is why we wanted everything off. That way we can just spam all of the abilities that are going to call American. Because the faster you can get him out, the safer you're going to be. And now that he's out, let's go after Range Trooper like any other time. Go after Recon Trooper next. And then the Imperial Officer. Healer. And finally the tank. Alright, so now we're going to do the young Lando mission. And bring in Ahsoka, Ezra, General Syndulla, and Huyang. And you could probably swap out General Syndulla for Padawan Sabine if you wanted. But this is also a full auto mission. I do, like always, I try and target the range trooper on the left. I like to work left to right, although we need Ahsoka to get out there and, yep, get rid of that taunt. And you're always going to lose young Lando. He just doesn't survive. And you might lose some other people too. Ezra and Ahsoka are the tanky ones. The faster you get rid of range trooper, the faster the other dominoes start falling. So now that that one's done, we'll go after Stormtrooper Commander, get rid of the healer. And we'll just keep on going down the line, go after Imperial Officer. Got Recon Trooper next. And we'll finish up with Stormtrooper. Can take it off full auto and just finish off with basics now. Okay. Just get a couple more turns in, get a couple turns closer, having things off cooldown, and just put it back on auto and go after range trooper again. Then on to the Stormtrooper Commander. Iden has to die last, so we will oblige her for that. Alright, so now that Stormtrooper Commander's dead, everyone else is going to very quickly fall by the wayside. And finish off with Iden after everyone else is dead. Alright, so all that's left here now is the fleet mission. You're going to want to use your Executor with your bounty hunter ships. You can have Houndstooth, Punishing One, and Xanadu as your starting lineup, with IG-2000 Slave 1 next. Cargo ship, you're going to bring in Ebon Hawk and then Imperial TIE Bomber just as an emergency tank. You will be going right after their TIE Bomber first. You can just do a basic here, because Punishing One is going to go right now. Well, you're going to do your mass assist, and then Punishing One's going to go. And call in Xanadu when he does his special at Forces Taunt. And then have her call Punishing One. Alright, we will bring in... We're going to bring in IG-2000. We don't have the... Didn't have the breach, but we still were able to kill him off. Alright, so we have the lock debuff, so now they can't get rid of Taunt. We're going to go ahead and heal up our Punishing One. So now everyone has Beach, so every basic from IG-2000 will be a double tap. It should have been a double tap from Xanadu as well. Alright, so we'll go ahead and target him for the ability block, and then go ahead and throw the bomb out. That should kill off TIE Advance. See if we can't kill off this TIE Interceptor as well. I think I can do this and call him. That might give us a twofer. Not quite. But this should give us a twofer. Alright, so they killed off my Slave 1. And healed up their Emperor shuttle, but that's all they have left, so it's a 4v1, so good chance we can... Okay, we didn't kill them before they got another ship, but we should be able to kill both of them. Now, we'll do the mass assist on the TIE Fighter, and that should be enough to kill him off, and then a little love tap on Emperor shuttle, and that finishes it. Alright, so that finishes Felucia. Alright, so we will do... I like to use my Great Mother's team on this node. Bring in Marin, Night Trooper, Death Trooper Pretty, and Morgan. You're going to Doom the Brute here, and then Bless Morgan. And then you can put it on full auto. Actually, kind of wanted the Doom to be on a Brood Alpha, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be pretty close to finish him off anyway, so it all works, I know, pretty smoothly. I like this team. It's easier to run than the Sith Eternal Emperor team. Alright, so we're going to use the Reva GI 7th, 8th, and 5th. This is going to be a full auto team again. There's not a whole lot that can go wrong with this one. It's normally a pretty fast fight. Gonna skip the geos momentarily and come up to this top right mission. This is where I use my Lord Vader team with dark side clones. Just want to use that third ability to get some dots out there, throw the bombs. Just do a basic, and then do that third ability, and that should kill everyone off. And now you can just go ahead and spam all your specials. The only one I don't use is Scorch's taunting ability, which is his third ability, that E. I'm not going to use that, so we'll use the middle one. We can go into ultimate here. Let's do a big jump on him. Disarm. Basic. Okay. So now we'll do the Geonosian mission. Do need to do a little remodding. Going to give Brood Alpha. It's going to get Ahsoka Tano's mod set. Makes him pretty fast. Pretty fast. A little tankier. We're trying to get things modded so that we get a lot more health. GeoBrood Alpha is going to... His summon unit is based off his health. Let's see, Poggle we're not going to touch. Spy we're going to give from the raid Order 66 Jocasta. It's going to give him more damage. Make him pretty fast. And Sunfac is going to get Jedi Master Luke's. It's going to make him nice and tanky and fast. And then Geo Soldier we leave the same. He's in a pretty good spot. Alright, so I guess we're just going to go after this guy. Call in our spy. So he's going to do the most damage probably. Alright, so we got one of them killed off. Go ahead and do a heal here. Just do a base to finish him off. He's already hurt, so I'm going to go after him as well. Yeah, we'll get rid of their... Oh, I thought I could get rid of their speeds, and apparently I couldn't. Alright. See if we can do a... I don't know if I want to do that big hit. Yeah, he's got 2 exposes. We'll see what we can do. And just finish that with basics. Alright, so we definitely want to get rid of Rex first, if possible. Call in Spy. Do the event special, get some ability blocks going. I go ahead and use this on Ezra, see if we can get him out. Alright, so now they're fairly neutered from a damage perspective. We'll go after Chopper because he's got the speed up buffs and he's going to taunt anyways because that's what he likes to do. But we're in a good spot. Gonna get some more healing up. I don't know if we're at the spot where we're probably going to have to wait until we get the soldier's big hit again. It's possible. Yeah, we'll go to Kanan first, see if we can't get him out. Oh, so close. Alright, well, we need to get see if we can't kill Chopper off. Okay, we got Chopper off. Alright, need to get our Brute back up. See if we can't work this healer down while we wait for the big hit to come back. Alright. Alright. So, that finishes off the Geo battle, so all I have left now is the fleet. You're gonna want to bring in Fury, Sith Fighter, and B-28 as your starting lineup. Mark 6, and then Scimitar as your 2 reinforcements. Dagger will be third. And really doesn't matter what you do after this. You could bring in Emperor Shuttle. You can bring in Gauntlet. It's really not going to matter. If you get that deep, you've already lost. But the important thing is you need a thermal detonator, which we did not get on Sunfac. And so my bid to have perfect waves through 2 days is probably done, because you can win it without the thermal detonator, but it's much, much lower probability. Yeah, you needed like 1,000,000 dodges there, which we didn't get. Yep, there's not a lot you can do. If you get the thermal detonator, you can win, and if you don't, you got maybe like a 2% chance if you don't get the thermal detonator. But it was almost perfect waves, except for that fleet mission. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and come back tomorrow for the day 3 missions. Thank you for watching.